How can I rid myself from expectations of others and resulting disappointment? Am I really just disappointed with myself for allowing the attachment, or is it lack of self-respect which merely manifests itself in the form of impatience? I am slow to learn and find it even harder to remove my hostility. Om Shanti. Well, you don't need to put yourself down like that. You all make mistakes, no doubt. It's only by mistakes we learn. Only by making appointments and facing disappointments, you rise above this, both appointment and disappointment. You learn to make the right appointments, which would never bring disappointments. Not that you are losing self-respect or anything. In a way, I feel that you think that, oh, you are not fit for anything, you are not going to grow, or you are not going to find that peace. No. That's the worst thing one should do. Look at everything in life. Look at a baby. When you didn't walk right away when you came out of the womb. How many hundreds of times you fell down before you even stood up? How many tottering steps you took before you even walked a little? Now you are an Olympic champion. Courage, perseverance, hope for better. That we should never lose. Don't even think, oh, I am a sinner, I am not fit for anything. That is the worst sin, to think that you are a sinner. After all, what is a sin? When you don't know something and you do, it's a mistake, that's all. Sin is just a mistake. If you know for certain that it's going to harm you or harm somebody, you won't do it. Doesn't matter. Even if you know it and do it, you face the result. Then that's a lesson. Oh, I did that. That's why I'm facing this. I should not do it in future. Maybe that light remains for a little while, maybe for a few days, then you forget that. You make the same mistake again, doesn't matter, do it. Learn the same lesson again and again and again and again, doesn't matter. 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. The world is for that, to give you experience until you learn. The shepherd will not close the door of the place where the sheep will come and stay for the night until and unless even the handicapped one walks in. The deformed one walks in, because he loves even that. Maybe people might not appreciate you, but God appreciates you, loves you. He is ready to give you thousands of opportunities. So never lose heart. And always, if you are really interested in not having any disappointments, make your appointments without any selfishness behind, that's all. Because it's always a selfish appointment brings disappointments. If your entire life is dedicated for the benefit of others and free from selfishness, you will never be disappointed. When opportunity comes, you serve. Maybe you wanted to serve, fine. But probably nobody came to accept your service. You just wait, that's all. You don't need to force your service to anybody. Take for example this retreat itself. We announced, we wanted to serve you all, you have come. If you hadn't come, we won't be disappointed. Simply you are ready to serve, that's all. And probably you may say that I am ready to serve you. If you like, accept my service. If you don't like, it's fine. Then you will never have disappointment. That's what we should learn in our life. So, don't worry about past things. Always look for the future. Every failure should be a stepping stone for your future success. We should always have that hope. What is devotion? Part of cosmic love, you can say. You love something. When your love is free from any selfishness, it's called devotion. You love God just for the joy of loving, then you call it devotion. If you love to get something in return, it's not devotion, it's just a kind of pleasure or passion, because you want something in return. So a child can be devoted to the parents can be devoted to the child, a student can be devoted to the teacher, and vice versa. Free from selfishness, the affection, the love is what you call devotion. That's why a spiritual seeker is devoted to God or devoted to his or her student, her teacher, devoted to her practice. Even in the name of practice, don't expect any personal benefit. I mean, not that I say for your personal growth. Because when you grow into a better person, everybody is going to be benefited by that. It's not a selfish act. So you should always question yourself. Do I have any personal interest just for me and not for others? The perfect act is that. You perform it so that it doesn't bring harm to anybody, neither to you nor to others, and brings some benefit to somebody. Beloved Gurudev, I am involved in an unhappy marriage and we fight often. Unhappy married people won't fight, would they? Huh? They will just separate and go away. Huh? Isn't it? They fight and still live together, that means they are loving each other. Huh? Isn't it? Only when you love more, you fight. Let me read further on and see. I truly want to be a spiritual, peaceful, loving person, but find this almost impossible in my present environment. Would it be right or wrong to live at an IYI or the ashram for a year or more to gain knowledge and good habits? There are no children involved. Maybe then we could live together peacefully. Hmm. What is that?
Swami, Rama said on the thing, if you can't get it in the world, you can't get it in the IYL.
You get invisible answers too. Huh? That's why. Every student is a gem here. They excel the teacher sometimes. I'm really happy to know that. Yes. Well, anyway, I would probably say, if you really cannot get along peacefully, if your aims are different, you can talk it over. The very fact that you are still living together shows that you still love each other, only the way doesn't seem to be agreeable. Your interest may be different and his interest may be different. If that is so, peacefully talk and say, okay, temporarily we can stay away. Now you say there's no children involved, temporarily we can stay away for a while. Many of the problems get healed by time if you just stay away. Because when you sit together and constantly face each other, every trifling thing creates tension more and more and more, because you are still seeing with the same eye. So a little lapse of closeness will probably bring you together afterwards. And as you say, when you come and stay in any yogic organization, you will become more peaceful, and then by your own good quality, you will not hate him, you will love him more, he will see a better person in you, and certainly he himself will come forward and say, fine, let's be together. There is a good way. We don't need to be constantly being together. I will say, try being together as far as possible, because a quarrel means it's not one-sided always. Certainly there is wrong on both the sides. Only probably a matter of percentage. One may be 80%, the other may be 20%. So you may say mine is only 20, okay, you correct your 20 first. Don't wait for him to correct his 80. Say, why not he? There comes the problem. Then you are not a yogi then. If you want to be peaceful, first admit your fault. Go and say, I'm sorry. Maybe I provoked you by my mistake. It's something like, in simple example, two hands. The two palms are there. Unless both the palms hit against each other, you can't have a sound. No noise could be created without these two coming together. Maybe one comes slow, the other comes fast. Or one is stubborn, sitting, I don't want to move away. Okay, I come and hit. See? He said, I never even took a step. I was just standing there. He came and hit me. Why can't you move back this way? Simple enough. Why do you want to be stubborn? You know he is going to come and hit you. Move back. If you move back, no. Simple. That's what we should do. Even our own stubbornness sometimes, one may be egoistic. Oh, who is she or who is he to tell me that? You are not here to advise me. I know what I am doing. Okay, if you know what you are doing, I am not here as your teacher. I didn't come to teach you. If you ask me, I may say something. If you don't ask me, okay. Sometimes we project our own ego and say, oh, why don't you do this? Then you say, why don't you do this? Two egos. So at least one should calm down. Admit one's fault, however small it is. Keep on doing it. Maybe at the spur of the moment, he won't even accept it. But you just leave it there, calm down, you just walk out of the situation. He will sit and think, what is every time I seem to be getting violent and he seemed to be very calm, peaceful. No, I can't go on like this. See, everybody has that beautiful part, that good heart. Everybody has that. So when he or she thinks that way, one day, honey, I'm sorry. I was a little hasty. I was a little upset in the office. It happens very often. When you get upset somewhere, you come and break here. Because you can't do that there. They will probably puncture your face. So there must be an outlet. At least as a couple, one should be the outlet for the other couple's egoism or anger or outburst. Even in that way you help the person. But it takes a lot of courage. So if you can't have that courage and that peace and that strength, okay, temporarily go out, get yourself settled, and then go and meet afterwards. I've seen many cases like that. By their own good behavior, they have won. They have won the heart of the partner. Because everybody has that soft corner somewhere. You can just touch it. You should have the patience. Where and when to touch the soft part. Don't think everybody is always a wild animal. There is also a saint inside. We are all mixtures. Good and bad. Divine and devil. Like a good goldsmith. If he sees even a bit of gold mixed with so much of copper, he will work hard to eliminate the copper little by little, heating, putting in the acid, until at last he gets that piece of little gold. He will work on it. The same way you can do that. And it is possible. Because once you loved him or her, I still don't know where, well, whatever it be, he or she. Sometimes I find it hard to find where it is a she or he just by the name. So, just one, A and B. It's always patient pace, we see. If you cannot have that patience, don't be there and keep bringing more and more tension. Stay away until you develop your patience. And the temporary separation would calm him also down, and maybe he would have the opportunity to think of all the nice things you both have been enjoying, how you came together. So it will heal everything.